SKALD! SKALD! Hold on. SKALD! It is RPG time, because I don't totally play RPGs all the time. Hi! I'm back. It is SKALD time. Okay. Lovecraftian, retro-styled RPG goodness. We didn't get to play it all that much last time. We spent most of the time in the tutorial, I think, but now it's time to remember what it's all about. Because it's been a little bit. Okay. Come on, game. Capture. Capture, you bastard thing. Oh. We getting scalded? Yeah. Okay. Come on, window capture work. Hold on, we gotta fiddle with this piece of crap. Capture. Capture. I say. It's not capturing the right thing. Alright, so that button isn't very useful then. Because some games have processes that get hooked that aren't actually the game process itself when I press the capture button. That's gonna have to take some fiddling around, I think. That's annoying. And here I was hoping you could have everything get captured by window capture, but I guess not. And game capture doesn't work for everything. But yeah, we SKALD in here, continued game. Where were we? We washed up after a shipwreck on an island. We're looking for a woman who's missing. She's like the daughter of a noble who our father worked for, but then he got banished from the estate for failing to protect her, perhaps. Okay, and that's about it, really. We got our crew, we got our dudes. That would be me, Mard, the Bard, Cat, the Thief, and Roland, the Arms Master. Okay, we're a gang. We just finished fighting these bandits that we all that were rough last time. Let's go. And we're looking around for things to do now. An ancient lighthouse rises steeply from the bluffs ahead of you. The beacon is still lit, though it flickers weakly. Okay, well. Lighthouses are known to be good places in Lovecraftian settings. Oh yeah, we looked into the stars and they looked back at us with a telescope, but we didn't pass a will check, so we looked away and we're too scared to look back into a telescope now. Okay, and there's a well in which there's fungus that seems to give people visions of the world covered in it. A sinewy, armored woman with a shield slung on her back and the broadsword at her side stands by a small campfire. She's grunting and cursing on her breath as she clumsily tries to bind the wound on her arm. Dried blood and mud cakes her face and armor, and she looks haggard. She freezes as she sees you emerge from the fog. A suspicious frown falls over her face. Let me help you. Okay, no need. She growls as she finishes a tourniquet using her good arm and teeth. Bless you for offering, but I can manage. I would kill for some water, though. Here's some water. Thank you. Name's Carilla. Used to call myself captain of our little mercenary company. Some rich trader from Adler has paid us well to come here and look for the Fury. Things went to shit quickly. I've been losing my crew one by one. Nihilus and Pieter got their coins yesterday. Torn to pieces by those fucking hounds. It's just me now. What's the Fury? What? Never heard of the Santa Fury? She was an Umbarian treasure ship, they say. Disappeared around 40 cycles ago, and it said she was light and heavy when she went. People been looking for her ever since. Me? I never put any stock in the legend. Sailor's tale. But then this rich fop from Adler is up and offered to pay me and my company to go here and look for it. Go on. Well, easy money, we thought. Hydra's not huge, and according to the trader, rumor had it she lay on dry land near the lighthouse. Well, if it was so easy to find, then all the people of the island would have done so already. And there's only one lighthouse on Hydra, see, so sounded easy enough. No reason to expect any bloodshed either. Hydra used to be nice and peaceful. Our steel was mostly in case we did find it and needed to guard any treasure. Needless to say, that's not how it went. Didn't find anything? Not a scrap. We've searched every inch of this island, and let me tell you, the Santa Fury's not here. It bloody can be. A fucking ship on dry land? And near the lighthouse, nonetheless? It does not exist. Mind if I give it a go? I would hate to see you spill your guts on this bloody island looking for some ghost ship. Then again, you might have better luck than me and my... Karilla stops briefly and her eyes water up. Just be careful. Hydra is not peaceful anymore, and I suspect there are things out in the mist far worse than the hounds. What happened here? Good. Honestly, I don't know where to start. There were lights in the sky, flashes and orbs, some over Horin and others over the island's interior. Minor quakes even, and then things went real bad. People lost their minds and animals started changing. What terrifies me is I can't even tell you how long that was ago. Days? Weeks? Her voice rises in an anxious tone. I just need to get away from here, off this fucking rock. What will you do now? I'll try to make my way east, around the bay. Maybe there are larger groups of survivors there, and perhaps even someone with a way of getting away from here. Good luck, and if you ever find that bloody treasure, buy me a drink next time we run into each other. Karilla packs up her gear and begins to carefully make her way through the mist until she's gone. I spotted something, a dead guy. Hiding along the cliffs is a low surviving member of the Zephyr crew. Dead emperors, they killed them all! Stabbed old Nino right in the throat. We need to find somewhere to hide. Okay, you're back. Found anyone else alive? No, not yet. A barrel with some fish. Whoa, that's a whale skeleton. Huh. Nice. Nice, good stuff. Oh god! Crabs. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Die, crab. A maneuver. Second wind. No. Items, no items. Open the... Hold action until end of turn. Wait, what does that do? Oh, pass turn through. Okay. Backstab, die, crab, god dang. Hell yeah. Which one of us got the best observation stuff? Awareness 5 to... Everybody else is just blind. Okay. A shovel. That's gonna be useful as hell. Word loaf. Broken bridge. Athletics difficulty 10, 2d6. Huh. Maybe we can fix that bridge instead. Some items, some items, some items. Laughter cap. Eggs. No survivors here, huh? I can go around the water, you know, yeah. Who cares about jumping? You can just walk over. Ooh, cave. Caves have been very perilous for us. What is that? Okay. Crabs. Deploy your party. Everybody go back a bit so we can actually all... I suppose ideally we just want Roland here. Possibly me behind. Should blind these crabs. Okay. Oh dang, these guys are tougher. Spider crab. Absorbed half of the... I don't think we want to go all the way around there. Defenseless. I could cast some magic. Yeah. Defend. There you go. Oh Christ. Huh. That's a bit... Okay, he's almost dead. But not dead enough. Sparkle dust. Oh, this guy is gonna rip us apart, I'm pretty sure. Oh boy. Critical hit, nice. That crab is panicking. Hold turn. Sparkle does time and good morning. Die. Good hit. Not you, the crabs. Christ, 30 slashing damage. Hi.
Nice. Nice.
I fiddled around with some extra stuff on this. I'm just moving some of my commands and stuff through it, you know, my normal functions. Unfortunately, the button that gets the window capture working doesn't always capture the right process, so I can't make that work properly. Maybe there's some other plugin I can use, I'm not sure. Hello, Sheepa Mini. Items. Wait, how do I... You can't make camp on this map. View the journal, pass a turn, hide. Hmm. Minis of the sleepy, shallow the meals. Behe. Consume. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, cool. Crabs. Make ready. Oh boy. These look like very scary crabs to me. Rot crabs. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, they spit ass. Oh no. That's gonna be bad. Alerted. Okay, they saw her. Sparkle dust. Yeah, that's not too bad. If you get in close, ow. If you get in close, that is. Crab battle, yes. We are battling the crabs. Ooh. Okay, she's gonna be hurting real bad. Ooh. Okay, I can attack. I can distract. Ugh. He's poisoned. Okay. How do you miss? It's a crab. Come on. You gotta do better. What the hell was that? He like sparkled for a moment. No, she's not doing good at all. Get his ass. Get his crabby ass. Oh no, she's out. Who's we? Brandy. Oh no, it's not gonna. Drink some brandy. I don't know. I didn't do much. These crabs are really rough. Okay, and I don't have any more healing. Panicked crab, run away! Fool. Ooh, God. What is he doing? He like when he kills something, he like has a thing going on. Some sort of aura. he's got a level up as well. Cave child. Difficulty 10, huh? Pick. Oh, some money and a silver necklace. Man, we're all beaten up. We gotta go out and rest, I think. Okay, if we can find our way out. Rest. Forage, train, entertain, fletch. Okay, diplomacy versus 12. He can't do that one. Go, lore, do the 6. Okay, small XP reward. I guess we can try that. Eat omelets and be merry. Actually forage. He's like the only guy that's intact. Oh, we're all too heavily wounded, dang. Z. Okay. Adrenaline floods your way and heavy weapon damage. Not today. Okay. Smashing charge? Second wind. What's not today? Okay. What's second wind? Maybe those are critical hits, but no. Does he have like a weapon or something that does that? No. Weird. Okay. Heavy weapon damage. Increase light armor use. Oh, use light armor. Medium armor. Heavy armor. Okay. It's a lot of points just to get heavy armor, huh? And that's true. It will take us a while to level up still. Okay. It would help to have a map here. And I guess if I want one of those, I gotta draw it myself or something. Wow! Blood will flow. Good lord, there's a lot of crabs. Mira, what are you doing back there? Making a bed? Come here, crabs. The crabs have been alerted. Giant crab recovers from surprise. Hold on. Is there like a battle speed thing or something? Okay. That's the one. Defend. Get those crabs over here. Okay. Yes. Okay, these pop-ups need to be faster. Normal. Hmm. Hmm. I could sparkle dust, and I shouldn't. I should defend, and Roland can get rid of these goddamn crabs himself. Hmm. Look at these crabs panicking. Hmm. We need arrows, since we can actually, like, do damage to these guys from behind. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Because right now we're just cramped in here. We can't do anything. One of us gotta get a spear or something. Hmm. Do you really not have arrows, lady? Because one we fletched one at least. Hmm. I suppose not. Hmm. These spider crabs are weak. You're not scaring me. Oh, that one's bigger though. It's still not very scary. Hmm. Do. Okay. Yeah, fighting in these caves is a little bit tough. Just because you can't really use your whole party, huh? Good job, Roland. You the man. Hmm. Ooh, hoo hoo. Master of the Broadsword of Defense. That's a magical sword, is it? Heavy blade. That's a rapier. And this guy's the cutlass. Choo-choo 11. Oh my god. Choo-choo 6. Hmm. The dodge. I think I could use more dodge, honestly. Accuracy +1. This one's +0. Huh. It's got better crit, but she can use that rapier, probably. Yeah. Hmm. Guess this goes around, okay. It's a circle. Roland could use some healing. He just tanked all those crabs. What the hell is that? You find yourself at the opening of a narrow underwater tunnel and wonder how long you can hold your breath. You dive in? Not quite yet. Okay. I think I'm not yet ready for cave diving. Oh, an exit. Oh dear. Cave diving is a very scary thing. People who do that are crazy. Why would you go in a cave, which is already bad, and then in the water in the cave, which is extra bad? It's just madness. Oh, that guy's guts are spilling out. Sprawled on the ground ahead of you lies the mangled body of a man. Stacked high against the walls behind the poor fellow are crates of goods, and you have a feeling you've stumbled upon a smuggler's hideout. One that has seen fairly recent use. Okay, here. Acid immunity potion. Smuggler's journal. Cave water is extra spooky, yeah. I hate these jobs. Dropped off and told to guard the cargo until it can be collected. And whilst the bastards up in the northern cave are living the good life, I'm stuck in this hole. I sometimes think the Imperial dungeons would be preferable. We explored the cave today and found what appears to be an underwater tunnel in one of those dead ends. Bryn insisted we try to swim it, but I can't think of no worse nightmare than being lost in the dark underwater. I told him as much and he got agitated, yelled something about dreaming of an ancient relic. I have no idea what he's on about. Golden dead. Bryn got attacked by a crab the size of a warhound today. Nearly took his leg off. Neither of us have seen anything like it before, and we can only pray it was alone. Hope the ship won't be delayed much longer. Bryn is gone. I know in my heart he's gone to the underwater tunnel. Madness. Shapes are moving in the dark now. No way out. No one is coming for me. Light is failing, mother. Okay. Another lantern. That's for Roland. You get that thing. Now we all have lanterns. That requires a 10, doesn't it? Or a 12 even. Ah, dear. No, this one we can't enforce. Where'd the key go? Somebody must have... Ooh. Creeping through the narrow cobweb-covered tunnel, it occurs to you that you were likely the first used in decades. It appears that neither the smugglers nor whoever lies on the other end of the tunnel knew of its existence. The wall ahead is no doubt another door, and you put your shoulder to it, expecting the massive slab of rock to be heavy. You're surprised to find it easily swings open, and you nearly stumble into the room ahead. It occurs to you that given the door is clever designed, there would be likely be no way of finding this door from the other side. Okay. Huh. I think we're inside the lighthouse. Alchemist tools. Potion of speed. Okay. Yeah, tonics of vitality, baby. Healing potions. Potion of regeneration. I wonder if we can get something from that as well. Potion of frenzy. Attunement tonic. There you go. A mana potion for me. Potion of frenzy or a frenzy spell. It's always gotta go crazy. Never a friendly potion, because love potions are illegal. There you go. Okay. Potion of bless. That's a friendly potion. Attunement. I don't think we got anything else here that we can... Well, hold on. It's good. Do I hear chanting up ahead? Oh dear. Well, it's time to drink one of those vitality potions. Oh my god. Creeping through the moldy lighthouse cellar, you round a corner and stop dead in your tracks. Rising up through the core of the tower is a grotesque-looking metallic monstrosity. The strangely organic shapes and odd geometry seem to ride in the dim light, and the burnished silver coating casts a ghostly reflection on the walls. I knew it! Lighthouse is never a good idea in these worlds. Rare metal with strong reticular properties used in the construction of arcane machinery. Reticulum. Okay, yeah. For all its alienness, you still recognize the arcane machinery. An ancient imperial reticular node. You suspect this lighthouse was once fueled by reticular energy and that this machine was part of its operation. The stillness and layer of dust, however, tell you that it's long since fallen to its repair and the lighthouse likely now fueled by common oil. Oh no. As you stand there beholding the strange machine, you become aware of the scraping of tiny claws. Scraping of tiny claws in the darkness. And then chittering. As you reach for your weapon, the strange harmonics of the chittering converge, and for the briefest of moments you could have sworn you heard words formed. Half a dozen beasts launch at you from the dark corners of the room with fangs bared. Okay. Okay, Roland, you face the giant horde over there. I'll take the one on the top. Cat, take the one on the bottom. Ooh. Okay. Oh, come on, you missed. Oh boy. Weakly infectious. Kill the rats, dang it. How are you missing these things? Come on. Backstab, die. Okay. The Mards. Come on now. Okay, good job. You killed the rat. Increase stealth. Get that, I think. Get more backstab damage. And what's more accuracy? There you go.
You did the thing!
Did the thing. Okay. Stealth, thievery. 6 now, huh? Or is it always 6? I think it might have been. On berry and wine. Huh. Oh boy. Difficulty 10. Force. Nice. Ow. Well, at least we only took vitality damage. It's not too bad. Good. Weird. Okay, well, we'll come back down to here. Because there's still more to find in the caves, but... Can we make actually... Get another one of these? There you go. More healing potions. Onions. Brandy. Rations. Rope? Shovel? Okay, this is that side of the area. Okay. Egg. Something sparkly down there. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wooden chest. Let's see. Difficult 10. We can probably force this. Ow. Buttons. Huh. Ooh. Craft omelets. Hanging on the wall, you see a dramatic, but not particularly artful painting of a ship with torn sails caught in a terrible storm. Your mind wanders to the Zephyr and his grisly fate, and you shudder. Look closer. Leaning in, you notice that there is a name painted on the side of the ship. The Santa Fury. Could this be it? Is that what the rumor that Santa Fury could be found near the lighthouse on Hydra meant? Examine closer. Examine the painting more carefully reveals nothing, not until you turn it over. Written in faint lettering in the lower left corner of the painting's backside, you can clearly make out a poem of sorts. From the center of the three, the Santa Fury made her flight, setting out to hide her booty, all within the lighthouse's sight. Okay. Yeah. 2 leagues south began her trip. 5 east, the captain cried. 4 more north, our valiant ship. Our plunder we shall hide. Land ahoy, went up the roar. We'll lay our treasure here, into the rising sun. 3 more. Then dig and have no fear. You hastily take down the poem in your journal. Excitement washed over you as you realize that you may in fact be on the trail of something more than an old sailor's tale. If you can make sense of the poem, that is. Oh. Ooh. Prowler's garb, lanterns. Casper's journal. About a year ago, arrived today and was met by the man who should be my overseer, Matthias. He seemed nice enough, albeit eccentric. As this should be my fate as well? Woe to me that my wretched life and poor choices has landed me, Casper of Loral, on this barren rock as the keeper of lights. About 6 months ago, saw lights on the shore near the cave entrance. Smugglers, Matthias say. He insists we leave them alone and I am forced to abide, though my mind wanders often to that cave and what may lay within. Okay. About a month ago, I cannot take it anymore. The old bastard is driving me mad. He spies on me and gives me strange looks, and I'm sure he goes through my things. I went for a walk to clear my head, and I ended up by the entrance to the sea cave. Something is calling me there. I hear it even in my sleep. About a week before your arrival in Idra. Dreams driving me mad. Always it calls me to the caves, to the deeper dark that lies beneath where no man has tread for eons. The looking stone and the ancient sleepers. The blade calls me. I can take no more. Huh. Baked fish recipe. I mean, it's a baked fish. What's recipe you need for it? A fish, leeks, and lemons. Cool. Hmm. Okay, Oh, there's a guy up here. Hello. As you enter the lighthouse gallery, a haggard face peers out at you from the gloom. Moving closer, you see it belongs to an old man who clutches a makeshift spear tightly to his chest. Somehow he looks both fearful and greatly relieved to see you. Mother of Maelstroms, the man croaks. Who are ye, then? Who did I summon? Come, sit. You must be wary. Sit, sit. The man gestures frantically to a battered chair in the corner. Okay. I was shipwrecked here by something foul. Thick fish, big fish, exactly. There are all manner of beasts in the deep oceans of our world, but never have I seen anything like this. A horror from beyond the natural it was, that bowled down that ship. I saw it all from my tower, I did. I wish I did not have to bear such a sight. I can hardly believe that anyone could survive such a nightmare. Okay, I did. How then did the tides release you when so many others were claimed? The keeper leans in and fixes you with an unwavering gaze. Are you blessed or perhaps cursed, more like it? Cursed? How so? Something foul is growing on Idra, a taint on the land. There are lights as you've never seen, like those sailors from the high north talk of, but the colors. It's like they bleed into your very dreams, if you can manage to sleep, that is. Got to beat them animals first, though. Warped them in both mind and body, made them cruel and dangerous. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's unnatural, I tell you. But we're still Horin is dead as a tomb. Was a right bedlam of cries and screams 2 days ago, then nothing. Not as much as a lit candle at night. Only the deep itself knows the truth of these happenings, but I can tell you this. The island is doomed. The sea itself will rise to claim us. Need some information. Yes, anything you may ask. We're safe as can be here. How long have you been alone? Matthias seems troubled with the questions and jumps up comfortably. Had an assistant, Casper. Went mad, the fool did. Had a head full of grand ideas, and I kept telling him, this here's a place for the quiet mind. He threw himself from the tower, found him broken on the cliffs. I can't be blamed. Matthias's jaw quivers and his eyes water over. Matthias begins sobbing. I should have known. Got him off the rock. When he started talking about the cave and something about the plate calling him, I should have known. I could have saved him, but I couldn't bear the thought of being alone again. The silence is unbearable. Ask about the cave and blade. He would babble about the cave underneath here for hours. I tell him those were smugglers' caves, and that he was to leave them alone. Smugglers keep to themselves, but no telling what they'll do if you bother them. As to the blade he talked about, that must have been the ravings of a madman. A soul lost to drink and loneliness. Oh, poor boy. Matthias wipes his eyes and exhales wearily. Then again, what if it is down there? The black blade, hidden in some ancient recess, glistening in the dark. Matthias's gaze grows distant for a moment. If it is, we need to retrieve the blasted thing and destroy it. And that's where I come in. Aye, would you help an old man set things right? I'll make it worth your while. Find that black blade and bring it here. I need to see the thing that Casper at least once before we destroy it. The entrance to the cave lies in the gully underneath the broken bridge. Be careful. Be careful. You gotta be careful. You must stop being uncareful. You mentioned smugglers? Idrat's thick with them, carrying wares to the mainland for the Freydon. Island's riddled with caves, and they use them to store their contraband and whatnot. But they keep to themselves and want no trouble, so I let them be. They're smugglers. Yes. Tell me about Horin. Horin went dark about the same time the animals ran amok. There was smoke on the wind and screams too. I could swear it. Sounded like battle, or perhaps slaughter is more like it. And I think there's a camp of sorts just north of town. Ragged tents and such. Survivors, perhaps? I thought about going there to see for myself, but I changed my mind. The old man hangs his head dejectedly before continuing in a whisper. Safer here, tending to the light. Goodbye. Oh, you have more important matters to deal with? Well, I must keep watching. Seeing. The old man trails off, eyes unfocusing. Forgive me for not being of more help. We gotta go. You're a fool to go! There's nothing beyond the light but despair and... The old man sighs. But I'll be here waiting for you for when you return, as I must. Okay, creepy old man. I don't know. That other guy's journal said this guy drove him insane. Egg. What? Dogs. Jesus Christ. Scared the crap out of me. Look at these damn things. Kill. Fearful. Oh no. Ow. Charge die. Come on, you missed. It's miserable. Why can't I move? Fellhound. What were those then? Oh. Why can't I go here? Oh, because it's not traversable, that's why. Okay. Die, dog. Magic. Sparkle dust. Now. Well, good thing there's a bed in the lighthouse who can just rest after this. Get him. Yeah, boy. Loot. Weakly diseased. Can be removed by magic. Consume. I'm no longer weakly diseased. What is that? A fresh grave with a simple marker made of sticks. No name can be found upon it. Can we dig it up? Exit. Huh. I can dig anywhere, huh? Spotted something. Huh. Doll in the game piece. What is this? A toy made from smooth dew. These dolls are popular gifts given to local children. Huh. Will answer game piece. Huh. Whoa. Ah, jeez. What is that? A crab? Oh man, what is that thing? A crab of some sort? Oh, jeez, man. Some kind of crab? What the hell? What the hell is a crab over here? You're crazy. Ooh, ow. Get that crab done. House? Oh, we're about leveled up. Nice. Crabs aren't real. I've never seen a real crab in my life. That's a lie. I think I've seen a crab. I think. I think, therefore I do. A fishing hook. Y'all gotta heal. Is there any evidence they've seen a crab? I don't suppose so. I have no proof of my crab claims. I'm a fraud. A crab fraud. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Do, do. Do, do, do. Nobody's still alive, dude. You gotta go. Athletics 4, 3, 2. Leap. Alright. Let's go back in the caves for a bit. We also got an ad break coming up in a minute, so I think I shall take that thing. Yes. Ad break. Yes. We can't possibly. We only have one chance even. We gotta find more thieves' tools, otherwise we're in trouble. Anyway, ad break time. See you in a bit. SKALD. Let's check these crab caves out. Okay. It's funny how these guys they don't get tired if they don't get tired if they don't sleep. And they don't get hungry either. They just like kinda go on forever from what I can gather. But maybe I've just not like gone long enough yet. And the smuggler's cave has like a really expensive chest, but it's like I can't really open it because it's too difficult. Maybe there's a key. Maybe the guy that dove in here, because the journal from the smuggler said that he dove in there. Maybe he's got a key. Dive. Okay. In the faint bioluminescence of the cave's bizarre underwater flora, you make out 3 passages. North and east takes you further into the cave system, while west leads back to the surface. Swim east. A large domed chamber. Writhing seaweed covers the floor and reaches up towards you like groping tentacles. You shudder as one of the slimy tendrils brush your skin. Okay. 3 tunnels lead out of this chamber, east, west, and south. Wait, let's go west. Let's go out. Hold on, swim west. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. 2 leagues south began her trip. 5 east, the captain cried. 4 more north, our valiant ship. Land ahoy, went up the roar. We'll lay our treasure here, into the missing sun. 3 more, then dig and have no fear. Huh. I don't suppose we can go south here, though. No. East. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pick up a notebook here, because I think it's time to write something down here. Like a map of this place. Ah, mira. As I open the snacky drawer, mira. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. So if we say over here is the entrance. Okay. West is exit. Let me just draw this. Okay. Okay, so if east. Dush. Tendrils. Further east. Mm-hmm. South. Oh! Corpse. 6 rounds of oxygen. Spent in the middle of the chamber is the corpse of a young man. His features are softened by the sickly glow of the algae growing here, but there is no mistaking the mask of terror that froze on his face as he drowned. Tunnels lead to the north and west. Examine the corpse. Quickly rummaging through the poor fellow's belongings, you try not to think about your own dwindling air supply. In the pouch on his belt, you find a handful of coins and a key. Now you lingered too long already, you must move on. Let's go back north, west, west, west. The tunnel now is here somewhat before opening up into a slightly larger chamber with 2 exits. West and south. West. 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 Okay. A floating corpse. The Santa Fury. Okay. Okay. I gotta go open the box and see what kind of treasures they got. Ooh. Accurate fine cutlass. Gold 100. Nice. 325. Lady, you need to use this. Okay. The cutlass is a curved sword favored by sailors. Curved swords. Get inside the caves. Okay. Dive. Okay, so east, east, south. We can go west from here. The bioluminescence is so faint in this chamber that you almost fail to spot the tunnels leading north and east. Okay. Go north. Wait. But east goes back. And north goes back into this. Okay. Okay, get some breath. I like how like it mixes up which button presses which direction, so if you mash the same one you're gonna get lost. Okay. North. Right, yeah, north from here. North. A bend where the tunnel leads east or south. Sharp, limpet-like growths cover the wall and you take care not to cut yourself as you squeeze past. East. This chamber is flat to the low ceiling and 3 tunnels leading north, east, and west. Okay, west goes back. Let's go east again. And this chamber is bathed in a greenish glow coming from the eastern tunnel that leads to the surface. The western exit leads deeper into the cave system. Swim east. You break the surface and emerge into an alien world. Huh. The air is stale and damp, and the walls are so covered in algae and fungus that they almost appear to writhe. Okay. Oh boy. Well, I'll come back here later. I want to check the rest of the caves out before. Let's see. So this is West. Okay, hold on. Right now I'm confused. Which side am I? I'm here now. Or no. Wait, go east. This is that side. It's east. Oops. Go east. Go east. Okay, so if we're here. Right now we're here. Down into the tunnel. And now we're here. East. Balls. Not east, west. My god. If I go one west here. Then we'll be here. Then we'll be here. And then south. And west. Okay. East. Swim. This is confusing me. Swim east. Okay, no, this is a dead end that goes around, and this whole thing is. And this whole route is completely finished. Okay. Okay, then go north. We're here. Okay. Go east. Zip here. Go north. Oh! The walls of the bulbous chamber are pockmarked with a dozen smaller two black holes leading deeper into bedrock. As you contemplate the fall, you stick in your hand to one of them. A needle-like creature darts from one of the holes and bites into your flesh with tiny razor-sharp fangs. You utter an underwater scream of pain and terror, but before you can act further, the creature has retreated back into one of the holes. Oh, crap. Fish. Okay, south. Well, no more. I don't want that. I suppose that's east. East. Okay, yeah, that's about the whole cave system. Okay. Oh. You enter into the larger chamber ahead, and the temperature drops noticeably. As the swirling dust and ghostly vapors subside, you make out the intimidating form of an ancient carved monolith. Painted on its face, you can make out the crude shape of a red spiral. Carefully arranged before the monolith lies two diminutive, desiccated corpses, and along the edge of the chamber stand strange urns of unknown design. The chamber has an aura of age beyond comprehension, and your head begins to spin as you realize you made the first to set foot in it for millennia. We shouldn't be here, Cat whispers behind you. Yeah, but the call of the shiny. Okay. Two desiccated corpses lie carefully placed on a carved stone slab. There is a deliberateness in their arrangement that gives a strong impression of forgotten secrets and ancient rituals. Scattered about the corpses are several strange-looking metal instruments. Examine the instruments. Carefully brushing away dust and cobwebs, you survey the oddly shaped instruments. Their shapes vary from small blades to hooks and other stranger forms. Even the cursory examination revealed that these instruments were likely used on the corpses, but as far as you can tell, they do not seem to be embalming tools. Instead, they seem more like primitive imitations of the tools imperial surgeons use. As you stand there pondering the strange scene before you, your eyes fall on a small wooden box. Examine. The weathered box crumbles as you touch it, revealing an ancient knife of exquisitely carved greenish stone. It's probably the blade that calls for us. With trembling hands, you pick it up, and for a moment the air around you seems to become charged with eldritch energies. Sounds die down, and your nostrils fill with a metallic tinge of ozone. No doubt this is the object Matthias the lighthouse keeper asked you to retrieve. No slimes. A sickly, wet, bubbling sound snaps you back into focus. All around you, the clay jars begin to stir, and then, one after another, they burst into with loud cracks as a thick substance pours from them. To your horror, the viscous substance begins to move of its own volition towards you. Steel thyself for combat. Okay, well. Let's just move back, all of us. Ouch. Die, thing. Resistant to slashing. Oh boy. This is gonna be a pickle. Okay. Doge. Immune to criticals as well. Oh boy. Not today, punk. Douche. Slime. Get slimed, loser. Badoosh. Immune injured head, yeah, I was gonna say that. How would it... Oh, you missed. Nice. Get away, cat. Oh boy. Get his ass. Do. Sparkle dust. Immune. I suppose, yeah, slime with no eyes wouldn't go blind, yeah. But then, you know, the leeches with no eyes did go blind, so, you know, you can't really judge by that. Protoplasma. Loot. Defending ended. Christ. Okay, two desiccated corpses, look carefully, examine the corpses. Okay. We don't have a healing score to examine this. Huh. The dead stare indignantly at you with empty eye sockets as you examine their naked forms. You find several lesions in them, no doubt caused by the strange instruments that surround them. As to the purpose of the cuts, you have no idea. Okay. An ancient dagger carved from a strange greenish stone. Very accurate. It looks almost ritual and suspect there might be of some value to someone with the right interest. Okay. Now we'll come back here. Just in case we want to examine those corpses more. Oh dear. East. East. Hold on. Dive. Go west. Go west. Go south. Go west. Nice. We got it. No, I don't think a one-dead blade should be given up. That seems like a good sword. Or a dagger. Maybe somebody cool can tell us more about it. We're a bit injured, but not that injured, surely. There you go, begin rest. Too hungry to work. Ah, crap, we didn't eat. Crap. Partially. Sleep some more. We got these omelets. Hell yeah. Begin rest, baby. Vegetable soup. Craft. Mushroom omelette. Craft. Farmer's omelette. Okay. Yo, cat, you want that sick ass dagger? Okay. It's enchanted. Light blade. Actually, what does she have? Okay, increased light weapon finesse, yeah. She's better at these things than that sword, which is a medium one. Which is something I can do better? No? Where is medium weapon stuff anyway? Bow finesse, blade finesse. I need to get a medium weapon myself. I can use medium weapons, but suppose I'm not very good at it. Hand axe, light. Well, screw that, cat. You take this thing. I wanna get the ancient dagger. It's less damage, but very accurate. You're back! I knew you'd seek safe harbor once more, drawn to the light like lost moths. Well then, sit, rest, make yourself at home. There might still be some stew left. I found the black blade. Show it! And the old man stammers excitedly. As you reveal the blade to him, his eyes widen and he tentatively reaches out for it. It's beautiful. Then his jaw clenches in determination and he recoils in apparent disgust. But it's evil! I curse it, I tell you! How so? Don't you feel it? It has power and hunger. It want nothing to do with us. Take it and bring it far away from here. Destroy it. All I could ask is you don't throw it into the ocean. There are beings there that would wield it. In any case, I promised to make it worth your while, and I will. Take this. The old man hands you an amulet. This will serve you well on your journeys. It'll keep your body strong and free of disease. That being said, I would ask another thing of you. Go on. This here beacon is all keeping the horrors of this island from my throat. Thing is, oil is running low and I got an airy drop left in storage. I need you to find me some oil before darkness takes us. I see. Thing is, the oil was coming from mainland and shipped through Horin. Then things went dark and now there's no way for me to get to it. If it's still in Horin, there's a good chance it'll be sitting in one of the warehouses in the harbor. I'll do my best. That's all I can ask. I'll be waiting for you here, tending the fire as best as I can. Okay, I should get going. Goodbye. Okay, him. Okay, so we gotta find the treasure here somewhere. I wonder if that sleepy guy... Descend. If that's old guy over here that we can talk to, if he's like... We can tell him where to go. I also kind of want to throw the thing in the ocean and see what happens. Yo, guy. Character. Healing 3. Okay. Necklace. Grants wear immunity to disease, huh? Well, one of you can get this. Okay. Amulet of perfect health. Increased spell aptitude. Gets one more magic. Light weapon finesse and accuracy. Increased stealth. Increased light armor and athletics. Backstab damage increase. 2 new bardic magic skills, 2 spells. She learn. Okay, Whisper of Confusion. Confused. Target's character. Adds conditions, lesser haste, lesser invisibility. Ooh. Raise the curtain. Targets all opponents. Removes conditions with tag invisible. Ooh. Okay. Invisible. Fortified will. Willpower. And melee damage. Inspired. Melee to hit, range to hit. Fire sprite. Okay. Fire damage. Maybe I should get a fire spell. And and the buff for everybody. Wait. Melee damage, yep. Willpower gives me mind affecting conditions. Lifting tune. Range for hit. Nah, it's screwed. There you go. Buff and a debuff. Wait, how? What does that pressure sneak control? Okay. Wait. Unequip. Drop. Nobody seems to wait a short while. Can I take it? Take it back? Huh. Why can't I take this? Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's weird. I just reload my save. Huh. Okay, so we gotta find the treasure here as well. Leap. Sha. I lope up. More vitality for this guy. Okay, here. Accuracy for heavy weapon cleave. From up on that tower. I wonder, hold on. If we go into with this knife now, into this freaky shrine place. Okay. Hmm. Right, we got this journal. Hidden clues. Success. From the center of the three, the sound of fury made her flight. Center of the three? Good. Huh. It's three what exactly? All within sight of the lighthouse, they said. Let's find three somethings. Oh dear. Ow. There's 4 rocks here. Setting out to hide her booty, all within the lighthouse's sight. 2 leagues out began her trip. The 3. Three things arranged in some sort of order, probably. That's, you know, can get in the center of. That makes sense to me, but... And it's gotta be a very specific location too, because we gotta take the paces and such. Like pirates. Yar. Of the 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3. I suppose. Here. Okay, 1, 2. Wait, 2 leagues. Is that meters? 1, 2. Then 5 east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the rising sun, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Here. Yar! There she blows the treasure. Digging through the rocky soil, you're almost ready to give up. Then your shovel suddenly strikes something metallic. A small but sturdy strong box that appears to have something inside. This is far from the fabled mountains of gold that Umbarian treasure ships were said to carry. I beat that challenge. Open the box. The box swings open without difficulty. Inside lies a small pile of strange and exotic-looking jewelry, and underneath it, an artifact wrapped in rough linen. As you reach for it, a ringing rises in your ears and you go light-headed. Excitement? No. Something else. How many goddamn artifacts have we touched so far that did that to us? We're gonna go like loopy. The bundle tumbles from your hands. As it does, it becomes unwrapped. Laying on the ground in front of you is a hideous idol carved from some unknown greenish-black rock. An amorphous shape of eyes, mouths, and tentacles that manages to convey a sense of immensity in spite of the effigy's small size. Hand over the idol. The voice cuts through the mist like a dagger. You turn around to see Karilla and a handful of other shapes approaching threateningly with weapons drawn. I can't bloody believe it! It worked! Ha! I told you all it would. One of the men flanking Karilla rant excitedly before she cuts him off with a poisonous glance. Shut your bloody trap, Peter, you! She points her sword towards you. Hand over the idol. Not gonna happen. Okay. The men I work for, they will go through so much further than just spilling your blood to get what they seek. A smile, strangely sympathetic, flashes over her face. Then she clicks her tongue and the men flanking her charge. Okay. Oh dear. Begin combat. Where are we actually? Lesser frenzy. No. Backstab die. Okay. Ow. Ooh. Okay, we can sparkle dust these fools. Putoosh! Cascade. Die, guy. Okay. Backstab. And all going crazy. Oof. Good thing we got lots of these tonics. Not gonna have lots of them afterwards, but for now we do. Oh my god, they soak up all the damage. Christ. Ugh. It's gonna hurt. Sparkle dust. Die, fool. Oh boy. Ah, she's gonna fall. No, she's fine. She's fine. Nice. Critical backstab. Ooh. Cat, ouch. No, don't panic, you fool. Roland, you're supposed to be like a tough guy. What the hell are you doing? Ooh. Stop panicking! Sparkle dust. Die! Okay. Kill him! Okay. Get his ass. Christ. 3 sets of chainmail, an arrow, and a short sword. Nice. We can sell that for a pretty penny. Encumbered. Well, I mean, we're injured. That's probably why. We need to sell all this garbage we're carrying. We got so much crap in our pocket. Okay. Ah, no. Still so too much crap. Okay, you can wear this chainmail. None of us can wear this crap, so dump it. It's heavy as hell. Ancient jade, the necklace and gold necklace. Cool. Poor chainmail, dump that crap. Rags. Why does this one weigh nothing and this one weighs something? Poor breastplate. Dump it all. There you go. Increase backstab damage. Blade finesse and accuracy. Any blade accuracy, huh? Thrust and parry. You know what? You can use that sword, because that axe is true garbage. Okay, it's a sword of defending. Increases the dodge of the wielder. Medium blade. Okay. Or no, you could use the... Ancient dagger carved from a strange green stone. Accurate, good crit rating. Okay, now you use the sword. There you go. Red arcs. Okay, now what did we get exactly? What is that thing? A grotesque looking black idol found in the center Priory treasure hoard. Okay, it looks like a Cthulhu. It's some sort of Cthulhu. Get some arrows. In the warehouse along Harbin and Horan. Okay. Okay. Now let's get the hell out of here. Is that the wreck of the... What is that? I think that's where we came from initially, yeah. Broken bodies and debris litter the rocky shores of Idra. In the distance you can make out what appears to be the remains of the Zephyr's hull. Get here. Ooh. Sorrow Eater. Boom. Leaks. Ooh, fish. Steel fin. Okay. Hey, fella. Thanks for finding a way out of that bloody cave. If them crabs hadn't gotten me, the thirst would have. Can you imagine? Slowly going insane in the darkness, all alone and dying? Okay. A small group of exhausted figures sit huddled around a small campfire. You recognize immediately a small group of survivors from the Zephyr. One of the men suddenly notices you and the men stumble to their feet, smiling at you and waving you over for their meager fire. Why would I attack them? Approach carefully. Unless they're crazy people who eat people. You got any lemons around here? Some ropes? Huh. What's with all the ropes? What is that? Potatoes, my god. You got some good stuff going here. Who needs a boat when you got potato? We got a Cthulhu over here. It's a Cthulhu. Thanks for finding a way out of that bloody cave. Yep, okay. A gaunt-faced man that looks like he spent more years at sea than shore stands before you. If you recall, this was the Zephyr's first mate. You remember his crewmates calling him Snow. He offers a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes as you approach. Greet the man. Wait, wasn't the first mate... Wait a minute. Okay. Didn't we, like, get some sort of thing off the corpse of the first mate already? Huh. There was like a compass finger or something we had to get, and I think the first mate had it. And he was dead. Huh. Hello. Okay, here. I had not expected to see a live mercenary, but you stood up for us on the Zephyr and saved the lives of some of my men, so I'm glad you made it. Huh. Okay, or who was that got killed? Maybe that was some other guy. A badger medal, yeah. Yeah, that one, exactly, Minnie. It was like some sort of navigation device. And I'm pretty sure she said, like, well, the captain didn't seem to have it, so maybe the first mate did, and then we found the... Okay. Your crew didn't deserve to be slaughtered. Nonetheless, it did us a little good. I've never seen anything like that beast before. The way it tore the ship apart, and this island. Something's wrong here. What curse has befallen us? Okay. We need to work together if we are to survive. Aye. There's no disagreeing with this. Though my men and I have not to offer save our fire and what shelter these huts may provide. There are beds inside if you require, but little else. Okay, there's one last thing. A favor I'd ask of you. Go on. If you come across any more of my men, tell them where to find me. Both I and the guild will thank you if you do. Snow turns his back on you and joins his men around the fire. I have some questions. What can I do for you? What do you know of this place? I've been here before, years ago. Didn't leave Horian back then, but it was nothing but a backwater port like any other. Full of people not too fond of strangers and superstitious fishermen. Nothing like now. Guess it's full of dead people now. Go on. Don't you feel it? Air smells strange, like right before a thunderstorm. And the beasts. I tell you, I've sailed round the Empire for near on 20 years and I've never seen creatures like these. And then there are the men. The men? Aye, we saw them men stalking the fog. Dangerous men, I thought. And I came across some of their handiwork. Tommen and Dill, the cabin boy. Black hairs in the back of them, both of them. Best to keep far away from them. I don't know this place, but I have other questions. What was it that attacked the Zephyr? I've never seen anything like it. There are beasts in the depths, but nothing like this. It was like something out of a sailor's nightmare. Blessed dead. How will we ever get off this island? What the other survivors? Where should I look? The currents brought us straight ashore, so if the dead are with us, any survivors that have landed on this here shoreline, you might want to start by searching the cliffs just to the north. And also others are bound to have landed in the same area where you landed. Finally, there's a lighthouse to the southeast, and some may have headed there. Okay, well, goodbye. Weird. Maybe that wasn't the first mate that we found. Okay. Ooh, sleeping cots. Cream, wine. Got work for me? Recipe fried steak. Wow. Read. Onions, potatoes, beef. Okay. Okay. A blank character to add to your party. That's intriguing. Okay. We could have A fella. See a monolith. A grim monolith rises from the rugged landscape. Ancient and weathered, the stone must have stood here for centuries. Painted on it are crude spiral-shaped runes, and at the base of the monolith lies piles of eggshells, flowers, and fish bones. Your eyes are drawn in by the mesmerizing spiral symbol. For a brief moment, it almost seems to shift. You avert your eyes and instead shift a small pile of offerings with your foot. It occurs to you that these can't be more than a few weeks old, or perhaps days. Okay. Time seems to be a bit of a wonk in this area for now. Well, we know where to find a survivor for these guys. Oh. There was one dude right back there. Look at all those eggs up here. Egg, 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 egg. Go down. Okay, let's hire this fella. Or maybe after the ad break we can do that. How much money do we have? That's gonna cost us half of our money. But that's fine because we got a lot of stuff to sell. But we desperately need another person in combat, I think. Ad break time. Shot. So I was pondering, like, it would be really nice to maybe create a custom character to have in combat, but what if we get, like, you know, extra party members, and then they'll be more interesting than, like, the custom character, and we're gonna have to kick the custom character out. Right? Hey guy, I found your friends. The man thanked you profusely and hastily makes his way towards the camp where his comrades are waiting. Okay. I'm still kind of suspicious. Hold on. I'm not entirely sure, but... Answer. Emperors watch over you for helping you find the other survivors. You're always welcome. Yep. Wretched survivors. Okay, now it's daytime. Ooh, what the hell is this a beach? This is a beach. That's not for you, Archie. The sandwiches are mine. Enjoy your brown kibble. Eat your bowl of brown. Oh. A sudden sound makes you stop dead in your tracks. Someone or something is charging towards you through the tall grass. Who goes there? A woman dressed in the livery of Nautical Guild emerges from the fog. Panic is written on her face and she's panting heavily. They're right behind me. The woman shouts excitedly. Lebo, what's going on? Cat grabs the woman by the shoulders. What are you talking about? A pack of lean, crawling predators emerges from the fog. The hounds snarl and then lunge at you. Archie, you wanna be on my lap? Hold on. Oh, you fat man. You're so funky. You're such a boy. Oh my god, I love you. Okay, you wanna watch me kill the hounds, Archie? I'm gonna save a lady from the hounds, Archibald. The hounds. No. Liquor. Okay, you chill down here. Okay. To the last. Okay. Wait, who's? Oh, that's the lady that we're actually protecting, is it? We gotta save her. Begin combat. We're inspired. Oh, don't attack her. Bloodied. Die, dogs. Ah, jeez. Don't kill her. Oh, he's okay. Is he gonna be dead now? Nah, man. Hold on. I wanna save the lady, dang it. Oh. Treasure chest. I wanna be a hero. I wanna be a hero of the land. Oh, now she's over there. That's different. Ah, jeez, come on now. That's not gonna work. No. It's annoying that the quick load button doesn't actually work when you're in combat. It seems like the layout here really depends on random chance or something. I don't know what the hell is here going on here, honestly. Okay, we blocked off the path here. Sparkle does those fools. Cascade! Die! Badoosh! Backstab. No, lady, come on! That was... No, Archie. Oh, big stretch. What's that guy you got in here? That's some kitty litter stuck in here. Oh. What is that? Just a piece of paper. It's so baby! So baby! Oh, baby! Get that guy's ass. Okay. What? Okay. We can get off now. Man, this person who I'm protecting is like dead set on getting herself killed. There you go, you're alive. Totally first time. Bless you for saving my hide. I saw smoke rising from the south and was making my way there when these mongrels picked up my scent. I need to get going, but be sure to visit the camp. I might have some things for trade. Okay, jog away. Jog away. Huh. Laughter cap. Okay. I spotted something. It is a barrel with rusty stick pin and a... What the hell's a scrimshaw? A carving made from walrus teeth. Huh. Hmm. Arkan's Eye. What's an Arkan's Eye? A crystal. A common gemstone. Laying ahead of you like some gargantuan beached sea creature are the smashed remains of the Zephyr. You shudder to think the monstrosity that caused the demise of the once elegant ship. What manner of terror was that creature? Cat muses as if reading your mind. The ship is utterly shattered with its hull broken in half. It seems impossible the ship would have remained afloat for long enough to settle on these cliffs in its current condition. It's almost as if something placed it here, though for what reason you can only guess. As far as you can tell, there's currently no winch to the ship, though that may change as it shifts in the tides. You see, something's off about this whole deal. Okay, maybe in the evening or something, or in the mornings, we can try and get back in there. Let's see what you have. Okay, let's sell some garbage first of all. Pay me 26 GP. We don't need 2 shovels. Take these recipes off me. Take them off me! Okay. A mug. I don't need these clogging my inventory space. Trinket, 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 trinket. I suppose anything that's a trinket is useless. What did I sell? Gold man. Give me that back. Thank you. Is there a button to sell trinkets? That would be nice. Bone comb. Okay, got arrows, 4 arrows, hunting arrows. Each one costs... Buy a bunch for cat. Get, let's see, damage 0 to 1. Accuracy +1. A bunch of these too, just for good measure. What you got, lady? Misk. 200. Flower. Stone skin. Letter coif. Doesn't seem like it's any defense at all. Crude club, short bow. Equip yourself these hunting arrows. There you go. Okay, you got some light armor, lady. You got some clothes. No. Gully fern. Let's buy some of this stuff. Hmm. Let's see. Cream. Can we cook something here? Where's your pot? Grab some soup. And omelets. Yeah. Hmm. I like how our meals are a bowl of soup, an omelet, and 2 onions. Who's getting the 2 onions? One of us is, I guess. That's our dinner. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, maybe that lady has some thieving tools to sell, actually. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Mary Scrimshaw. Hmm. Rania, probably not too bad, honestly. It's probably a bit rough cheat, but I think it's probably not awful. Hmm. Hmm. 1 or 2 whole raw onions. Maybe 2 would be, well, it would be a bit hard to eat that when it... Okay. It would be a bit rough. I'm just checking if this boat, like... Examine closer. I was wondering if, there's like, some sort of tide mechanic here. Maybe like in the morning it's gonna be low tide and then we can go on the boat. And Bonk. I don't think so. God dang. Maybe this is for later then. Okay, well let's go around and look around some more. How kind of island shape is this anyway? Whoa. What? The winding coastal road constructs as steep cliffs press in from the north. The dense fog reduces its ability to a mere stone's throw, and you feel an uneasiness rise in your stomach. Then, as in response to your concern, a bizarre monstrous growl echoes through the cliffs ahead of you. Frozen mid-step, you scan the mists when the mistaken stench of rotting flesh is wafted towards you. Something large and deadly lies ahead. Roland places his hand on the hilt of his weapon as he scowls into the mist. Keep your wits about you. I fear we may have our work cut out for us. What do you recommend? I say we forge ahead, but let's keep our wits about us. Yes, you just said that, dude. You really like that phrase, don't you? Yes, my wits. What about my wits? I'm glad you agree with a big man, Kat adds as she looks around nervously. I agree, let's go. You swallow hard as you ponder dangers that may lay ahead. Hmm. Hmm. Remember you can change the difficulty of the game. Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. So you're saying there's a boss fight ahead. Okay. Carefully pick your way forwards, and movement on the top of the cliffs catches your eyes. Robed and hooded figures emerge as they appear to be dragging something towards the edge of the cliff. More of the rabid dogs, spits Roland. To your horror, you realize what the party is dragging. A naked man and woman, bowed and gagged, are struggling desperately as they are mercilessly pushed towards the edge of the cliff. No, whispers Cat, almost too loud. We have to do something. Look around. Oh my god. One of the cultists shouts and points towards the surf inhalation. Utter terror fills the eyes of the moribund couple. You follow their gaze and turn to see, emerging from the surf, a creature of sheer horror. Larger than any sea creature you've fought so far. What, even than the boat one? A hulking shape greedily waddles towards the base of the cliffs, pincers snapping and tentacles squirming greedily. Oh no, look at him go. Arrgh. I like how the scale of things is just completely off. Look at how small they are compared to those two dudes up top. Before it can reach further, the cultists hurl the two naked forms from the cliffs. The pair impact the ground below with a sickening splat and with surprising speed, and the hulking beast falls upon the remains. I don't think we can do a diplomacy 16, my god. Or a stealth one for that matter. As he's standing transfixed, he watches the horror consumes the remains of unfortunate wretches. Sickening snaps and wet pops fill the air as the creature feeds. All the while, the robed cultist stands swaying and chanting on the ledge above. Sink to your knees and join the worship. Okay, 10 or above. Oof. Dropping to your knees, you close your eyes and begin mock chanting. Tears press on, but you find that, strangely enough, words begin to take form. Words that make sense then and there, but that you will never again be able to recall. A spiral burns in your mind. It calls you. Okay. A jolt passes through you, and you open your eyes wide to find the horrid creature the cultist gone. How long were you gone? It felt like minutes, or was it hours? Days? Nonetheless, the terror from the deep seems to have spared you. You rise painfully on unsteady legs and leave. Exhausted. The guarded heart. Want your will. I can't imagine a ginormous crab creature would have been easy to fight right now. Crab creature, crab creature. Tastes like crab is a creature. Before you, the unmistakable mass squalor and desperation of refugee camps sprawls around a small farmstead like a festering wound. We must rest. Omelette. And sugar raw mushrooms. Like how my guy failed to entertain the companion. It's like, you're not funny anymore, dude. Look, that whole thing with the shovel and the rope was really funny the first few times, but you keep doing it, dude. Okay. There's a refugee camp. There's a whole ass town in here. Ooh, dang. Enter. Well, crabs. Blood will flow from the crabs. Oh, cascade. A sight to behold. My god. Die. These crabs ain't nothing no more. We kick their crab asses. Their crasses even. Do 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 do. Do crab have ass? I mean, they got buttholes, right? So they must have ass. It's just the way of the world. I don't make the rules. Okay. Star spawners. Really weird names for plants in this world. Oh, a cemetery. Good lord. You got a lot of dead. Steal thyself. What is that, a snake? We can take on a couple of snakes. Die. Panic. What's a panicking snake even look like? Just go like rolling around, riding around like mad? No more snakes in your yard. Now I can get some onions and leeks and potatoes. My god. Food is just not an issue. Oh, another freaky well. Nothing in this one. No scary mold or anything. What's this? Recipe meat skewers. Ooh, meat skewers. It's the same as beef, but as a steak, but you put it on a skewer. No names. Aye. You approach a man sweating profusely and caked in dirt. He's hunched over and panting, seemingly winded from the hard work of digging graves. Who goes there? The man jolts to hefting his shovel as a weapon. I'm not looking for trouble. Why so jumpy? Why so jumpy, he asks. Well, since you ask, I drew the short straw and it's fallen upon my wretched shoulders to bury the dead. He looks around nervously. And if I don't get back shoot, there'll be food for the fellhounds before you know it. Fellhounds? Haven't you seen them? Bloody monsters roam the hills in packs. I ain't never seen hounds like these before. Hulking and diseased looking. Come at night they do. Dig up the graves I dig and eat the dead right out their very graves. The dead? Trina says we need to bury the dead lest disease runs rampant and how it's holy work. The man looks down in shame. It's just that it doesn't feel like it is all. Okay, Okay, you mentioned hounds. Haven't you seen them? Continue. In the distance a howl sounds and the man straightens up like some prey animal sensing a predator. He briefly squints into the perpetual twilight that covers the island before grabbing his shovel and redoubling his efforts towards finishing his work. Run back to camp, I'll finish the job. The man looks at you in slight confusion, then pushes his shovel into your hands. He thanks you profusely and goes back to camp. Get your work. There are 2 corpses wrapped in linen before you. Their graves have been dug, but they still need to be filled in. Examine. The corpses are a man and a woman. Perhaps they were once a man and wife. They look well fed and there is no apparent cause of death. Let's roll. Yep. Okay. As you look the corpses over, you notice that their abdomens seem distended beyond that of simple corpse gas. You apprehensively poke at the swelling, and to your horror, the mass begins to squirm and shift. Cut open the corpses. With the trembling hands, you cut into the pallid flesh and expose the entrails of the corpse. Just as you are about to abandon your grisly task, when the entrails whip out of the wound and the mass of squirming eyeless worms. Panicked, you frantically scuttle away from the tiny snapping orifices when Roland charges past you with the shovel raised. The shovel makes short work of the tiny terrors, until both corpse and monster is reduced to a pulpy mass. Ashen-faced from horror, you push the broken corpses into their graves and quickly begin piling dirt onto them. You wipe the grime from your face as you finish the grim task. Sadly suspect these are far from the last graves that will be made for the poor refugees of Horan before this is over. Oh lordy. Okay. Pumpkin. 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 I spotted something. You spotted something where? Entering the ragged camp, you notice a small crowd nearby, arranged in an inward-looking ring. Whoa. In the center stands a formidable armored woman. She carries an unmistakable air of authority, and the insignia on her armor marks her as a cleric of the Order of Sepulchites. The tattered band of refugees surrounding her are agitated and shouting over one another. But there are so few of us! Horan was home to 200 and we're but a few score left. Wow, that was like your big town on this island, 200 people. Okay. Cries a ragged man with tears in his eyes. By the golden corpses, there must be survivors, beseeches another. And who are we to send? Half of us won't live through next market day, and the other half ain't fit to hold as much as a stick. An old crone interjects, panic quivering in her voice. The crowd erupts in a cacophony of desperate appeals. The cleric raises her arms and the crowd falls silent. Her sonorous voice rings out. We may indeed be cursed, but Aldon is right. There may yet be survivors in Horan, and it's my duty to go to their aid, or at least to learn what fate befell them. The assembly erupts again, some blessing the cleric in tears of hope, others clinging to her robes while pleading for her to not risk her life. Through the crowd, the woman catches sight of you and nods curtly. She turns away and begins to load up on supplies, no doubt intent on making good on her promise to the panicked refugees. Okay. Oh, is she gonna be a party member? Stomp that turd. Yeah. That stuff. Oh, look at that thing! Look at that stuffed animal. Also, what counts as ass? I'm bad at reading chat today. What counts as ass cheeks? I suppose any surrounding area around the butthole. Hmm. Hmm. Loot. Hmm. Hmm. The poor gravedigger looks at you with a grateful smile. He seems to have made no attempt at removing some of the grime that covers him. No doubt he realizes he'll be back to work before long. Uh-huh. Hmm. 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 Talk to the Chamberlain if you need something. Okay. Hmm. Bloody vermin. Whoa! The stench of the disease and moans of the dying lie thick in the air of the makeshift infirmary. An aging cleric shuffles back and forth as he tries as best he can to attend to the patients. Okay. I'll come back here. Was that a baby? Look at that little babby made out of like 10 pixels. The child is ragged and muddy and crying in great big sobs. As you approach, she wipes her nose and looks up at you, her eyes widening somewhat at the sight of Roland. I'd prefer we just go on with our work. Roland grunts. What's wrong? I can't find Froggerts. I just had him and I was playing and now he's gone and all alone somewhere. Who's Froggerts? Oh, the plushie, I suppose. Yeah, Bab. Frogger's small and green and fluffy and he's my best friend and y'all lost him. Is this the reptilian rascal? Give her the stuffed animal. Froggerts! The girl snatches the stuffed animal from you and showers it with hugs and kisses. She then turns towards you, but instead of giving you a hug, she dashes past you and throws her arms around Roland's waist. The old warrior looks startled at the sudden show of affection. Alright, girl, you had your frog back. There's proper work to be done now. The girl steps back. Frogger says thank you. Glad to help. Despite the squalor surrounding the girl, she's now smiling from ear to ear. Frogger is glad to be back. Hey, do you want to play a game? Alright. Here's a rhyme. All the kids in my street play it, or at least we used to, I guess. She hesitates for a moment before proceeding with renewed vigor. The movements are left, left, both, right, bow, skip. Let's try them first and we can add the words. Left, left, both, right, bow, skip, huh? Let's try. You and Marsa face each other, and you can help but feel a little out of place as you engage in a clapping game with the small girl. Left, left, both. Right, both. Skip. You did it! Now let's add in the words. Just say them after me. You and Marsa proceed to repeat the same pattern. This time the girl begins to recite a rhyme. Beware, beware, don't dare to sleep. It brings you dreams of ebb and flow, of churning seas and dreadful deep, and waves that lay the mountains low. What the hell? But fear the mother most of all, awake before you hear her bell. 1,000 young will hear her call, and that was how the giants fell. Okay. You're getting good, but now Frogger says it's time to go. Bye. The girl meanders off, chatting eagerly with her stuffed companion. As you turn to leave, you can't help but feel a bit uneasy at the children's rhyme, and you find your mind wanders off to the horror that befell the Zephyr. You best be on your way. Woof! You pet the dog. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, pet the dog. Goddamn right, I will pet the dog. Let's see. Piercing damage, light weapon accuracy. At least I'll attempt for that, huh? Increased light armor use, increased toughness, increased initiative, and movement, fancy footwork. Okay, maybe want that. Or maybe. Actually. Increased attunement. Diplomacy. Abort, reset, hold on. Do 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 dee dum do do do. Hey fella. The woman before you has the rugged and vital look of a life lived on the frontier. Though her clothes are rich and tailor-made, she wades through ankle-deep mud with rolled-up sleeves, hefting heavy crates of goods off a broken cart. Do you need help? And then the poor lonely woman would owe you a debt of gratitude, is that it? She snarls. The woman halves the crate back onto the cart with a sigh. Forgive me, I'm not myself. There's not been much rest for me amid the chaos. All this jabbering about the end of all mankind is starting to wear on me. In any case, I'm Maya. I ran an Emporium Horin, but you're not from Horin, are you? Maya's eyes light up with suspicion. What brings you, Chidra, Okay, a rescue mission. We were shipwrecked just off the coast. I'll ask no more, but it seems my merchant's intuition was right. Either way, we may yet be of help to one another. Maya hefts the last of her crates off the damaged cart and into her makeshift tent. And I still have a modest selection of wares with me, I see. Okay, show me what you got to sell. Not what I had with me when Hoyden fell, but I'd be delighted to show you. They're still the same quality goods I'm known for.
Show me!
Crude longbow. Arrows. Breastplate. Encumbrance -2. Light armor. Okay. She could use some armor for sure. Thieves' tools. Let's get a bunch. Crowbar. Let's get a crowbar. And a pickaxe as well. And more ropes. Gotta stack up. Recipe cheese plate, lesser tonic of vitality, salted fish. Who needs a recipe for a salted fish, dude? It's a fish and you put salt on it. Got a bunch of rations. Cheese plate. Won't get that, I suppose. Is this the quality she's known for then? This is kind of butt. How do you put salt on it? I suppose, yeah, do you rub it? Do you sprinkle it? Do you just kind of, I don't know, dump it in the salt? So many ways to salt a fish. No. Ask about Embla. I can't say I remember seeing her. Doesn't mean I didn't. My emporium was always busy. Franzo, the camp cook, used shown the main inn. You'll find him near the stables. If anyone saw her, that'd be him. Thank you. What happened in Horin? I wish I could tell you. Things have felt queer on Idra for a while. Folks in Horin started changing. People I'd known for years became mean and hard. Violence and cruelty grew so common we stopped noticing. Just last week, my neighbor, her children... Maya's voice falters and her eyes begin to glisten with tears. A few days ago I was out of town, taking supplies to one of the whaling vessels. On the way back at sunset I spotted a clutch of people tearing towards us on foot from the outskirts of Horin, covered in blood and shrieking. My mare was so spooked that she bolted and broke her leg in the half-light. Poor old Aga. I had to help her pass on. When the townsfolk reached us, they regained their senses and told us such terrible stories. Stories of raving madmen rampaging across town by night. They, let's say, not even children were spared. But they didn't kill everyone. Some were taken to God knows where. We heard screams on the wind for days afterwards. It was clear there was no going back. Horrible. I must be on my way. Jesus Christ. Screams on the wind for days. My God. That'll work for me? A mercenary. Okay, The imposing cleric holds up a palm in greeting. Welcome to our new home, stranger. The people of this island know me as Drina. I serve the golden dead in this camp. These people are under my protection. What brings you here? I'm searching for someone. A terror from the deep claimed our ship. You speak of the Leviathan. The fishermen first saw it about a week before the fall of Horin. I do not know what black depth spawned it, but the natural order of things has become undone. Tell me, why did you come to the cursed island? I'm looking for someone. Here on Idra? That may prove to be a difficult task given the tempest that engulfed this island. How so? She leans back, her eyes still flinty. Are you not aware of the situation here? These people see the island surely doomed. Her eyes bore into you, gauging your reaction. What has happened? Our graveyards have been overflowing as of late with stranger killing stranger for no good reason. And worse, I think, brother and brother, husband and wife. It has become a tide of ruin. I implored the governor to intervene and investigate, but as usual he did nothing but cower in his villa and peer over his walls. The governor? A drunken buffoon in my estimation. He did not deserve to die, however. I don't think he made it out of Horin. Marcus, his chamberlain, did, however. I suppose he's the closest ritual leader at the moment, though he may wish it were not so. What happened next? Then, a few nights ago, pandemonium erupted. Bands of armed men and women roamed the town, hacking down anyone they came across. Some folks claimed these that did not die on the spot were dragged away to suffer some unknown fate. My order and I joined that same guardsmen remained in the chaos and tried to stem the tide, but we were driven from the city in the panicked exodus that followed. We considered retaking the town, but we had scores of wounded, so we retreated. Better to save the lives not yet lost. We set up this camp to regroup and to care for the wounded, but a shadow hangs over us. The wounded do not recover, and those still on their feet slowly lose their mind or hearts. What will you do now? We need answers. Drina gestures at the refugees languishing in the camp before continuing. And it's my duty to seek them out, if they exist. I must venture to find a way back into Horin, and then somewhere darker, I fear. Failing that, the situation here in camp is getting untenable. Anything can be done to improve it will be a small victory. Are you planning to go alone? If I must. Doomed or not, it's all dust in the end, and I intend to die in armor. But from what I can tell you, we must both dread the same terrible path. Though our reasons may differ, surely there's safety to be had in numbers. Okay. Indeed, let's join forces. Now look at her. Excellent! Drina's face lights for an instant. These people, my people, I feel their pain, and we will mourn together later. For now they deserve answers, and by the Emperor's bones I will get them some. Ask Drina about Embla. Drina fidgets with a heavily-looking ring on her finger while she listens to a description of Embla. She's certainly not in the camp, and I can't say I remember seeing her in Horin, but perhaps that bodes well for your quest. How so? One of the primary tasks of my order is to care for the dead, and I can say with certainty that I didn't lay to rest anyone matching her description before the fall of Horin. Well, maybe she got horribly mutilated. Or maybe she's the one who caused all this. Do you have any suggestions where to look? Beyond traveling to Horin, you may want to ask around here in camp. A few of the merchants survived, perhaps you visited one during their stay. Who do you think attacked Horin? The reavers came from inside the town. I recognize some of them as sailors, fishermen, and whalers. Locals, mostly from old Idran families. Perhaps they belong to one of the lodges. Lodges. Yes, there are long traditions on Nidra for the fishermen and sailors to band together in fellowships known as lodges. From what I understand, they serve mainly as combines for fair distribution of the day's catch. But there are persistent rumors of them serving other purposes too. What rumors? Our order is an imperial one. The locals would be loath to discuss such things with us, but I've always suspected they practice pre-imperial customs of ocean worship, including offerings to ensure safe travel and bountiful catches. I see. Time to go. Before we leave, we should seek out Marcus, our leader of sorts. He's holed up in the stable trying to organize this mess of a camp. Holy ashes, no one tries harder than him, but the task at hand is monumental and he needs help. Okay, alright. What are you good at, Drina? Healing, diplomacy, lore. Mason shield, nice. Okay, baby. Frogger is glad to be back. Hey, do you want to play a game? Okay. I'll play both rights, both skip. Okay. Left, both, right, both skip. Ah, yeah, we tried the new Risk of Rain mod. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it adds like funky effects to like items and such. Maybe we can try playing it again sometime. Okay. Drina cuts in a surprisingly harsh tone. Girl, where did you learn such superstitious bilge? Marcel looks up at Drina with a startled look. All the children are doing it, I thought. Drina's face softens slightly. I don't think it is fitting, my girl. Certainly not now. Mart, let's just be on our way. Yeah, we should get, yeah. Not today maybe, but someday, yeah. We'll see. Or maybe, we'll see if we feel like it today. I might be too tired soon though. Cheese plate, read. New recipe cheese plate, apple cheddar or sheep's milk cheese. Okay. So, yeah, maybe not today. Salted fish recipe. Put the salt on the fish. We knew it already. Baked oysters. Dark bread, garlic, and oysters. Cool. She's not very athletic at all. Pick it. Masterwork longbow of the master. God dang. Maybe I should get a longbow too, honestly. Because I do have, like, somewhere here, don't I? Okay, no, do I? No, I don't suppose I get those perks here. Piercing damage, blade bow. Okay, no, I can't get those. Yeah, I should get those, I think. Plus shoot your hit and base damage increase. And you, what can you do? Cleric weapons, shield training, get that. Phalanx. Nice. Defend ally. Club accuracy. Okay. Tier 1 spells, the body's cool, the spirit's cool. I don't think, yeah, I'll have energy either, honestly. Illuminated, inspired. Okay, Hammer of Light. Mark of Heroism. Learn 2 new spells. Okay. Heroic Aura. Low battery party. Monday or Tuesday. I suppose, yeah, we can try. Maybe we'll have some power but at that point. Okay. Bear strength. Cure poison. Lay on hands. Heals. Let's get some healing going. Imperial Litany. Dosh. Increased vitality and will, increased healing. There you go. Auto radius. There you go. Let's see. 2 new spirit magic school 1 spells to learn. Hammer of Light and Blessing Touch. Mark of Heroism. Targets. No. Condemned. Body magic. Lay on hands. Moderate poison cure. Regeneration. Pestilence. Ooh. Severely diseased. We got an ad break in a moment. So, how about we take it? Yeah. Gotcha. SKALD. Okay. Who are you, lady? Too much on your mind. Okay. Good. No time to talk. Lesser tonics of vitality. Attunement tonics. Okay, we gotta talk to the Chamberlain. A balding man with a hard, wrinkled face, the texture of old leather, stands leaning against the wall of the farmhouse. He is thoughtfully chewing a straw as he dejectedly surveys the muddy chaos that was once his well-kept farm. The man mutters something under his breath and spits as a group of refugees pass. As he notices you lingering, he fixes you with a bitter frown. What do you want? More leeches for come to bleed me? Okay, is this your farm? He scoffs. If you can still call it that, it's ruined. All my crops are trampled and my coats are gone. We're going to starve next year thanks to this catastrophe. Okay. Still seems you're better off than the people living in the camp. He scoffs and turns his back to you. Wait, I have some questions. The man's eyes narrow and you can see his jaw muscles tensing. How do you feel about the camp? Bloody wretches, they could have gone anywhere. When my farms were closest now, they picked me clean and trampled my fields. We're ruined. I see. Okay. The man's eyes narrow as you can see his jaw muscles. Okay. Man, wretches. Etches, sketches with the wretches. Near. Woof woof. You pet the dog, yes I do. Talk to the Chamberlain over the bar if you want something, just leave me alone. Okay. Chamberlain. Chamberlain. The man before you has the look of a high-ranking imperial bureaucrat. However, there is little pomp left in him now. His robes are ragged, his cheeks hollowed, his spectacles cracked. He mumbles to himself as he despondently pores over stacks of papers and maps. We've survived the ads, yes. Okay. Serial Experiments Chamberlain. Yep, this is Lane. In her chamber. Okay. He looks at you with a start. More mouths to feed? Or by some miracle do you come laden with supplies, medicine, and men at arms? A bit. What the hell? Drina gives the man a strict look. Marcus, we're in no position to turn allies away. Common courtesy will go a long way. Say nothing. What? The man sighs and sinks further back into his seat. Forgive me, I'm not myself. The world seems to be coming undone and I'm left holding the pieces. He wipes his balding head with a piece of cloth. Marcus Stonehold at your service. Chamberlain to the most glorious office of the governor of Idra. Ah yes, the glorious office governing like 200 people. He makes a sharp little bow, his words dripping sarcasm. Oh, maybe of service. Okay. I'm trying to get to Horen. Go there if you will, but entering Horen may indeed prove a tall order. Township's been overrun by madmen. Hundreds lie dead in the street, and those who remain cling to life on this barren plot of farmland. As for the city gates, they have been sealed, and our attackers have left us with no way back into the city. What happened? It started some days ago. I was awoken in the middle of the night by the governor's guards. They told me we were under attack and that packs of crazy brigands were already roaming the streets, spilling blood by the river full. I never saw such chaos before. The dead lay strewn in the streets and we had to sneak from corner to corner just to get away for our lives. Go on. By some stroke of luck we came upon Drina and a handful of other guards and managed to make our way to the gate with what survivors we could find. We set up this camp whilst we, well, frankly, I don't know. All I can do is try to keep us alive till tomorrow. What can I do to help? Where to start? This camp is a disaster.
There's no medicine for the sick and wounded, while madmen and beasts pay for our blood at the gates.
The haggard man wipes his brow. Wait.
The haggard man wipes his brow.
Oh, this is him describing what he's doing. Go on.
The people are starving around us. Already the very young and the very old have become...
That's one of the problems in this refugee camp. No medicine, beasts everywhere, and the haggard man wiping his brow. That's the problems we gotta solve.
There's a haggard man wiping his brow over there. Already the very young and the very old have begun to pass, and soon none of us will have the strength to fight for the rewards come for us. And otherwise, any food that we need is fast. Talk to Franzo. He's serving as our cook and quartermaster, and he might know where to start. You'll find him just outside this barn.
It's impacting. Yeah, wiping your brow means that you're like sad and stuff. And that's just not inspiring hope. And you mentioned the disease outbreak?
Indeed. Disease is spreading in camp. Hierophant Drawl has set up a makeshift infirmary in the main house, but so far he's had little luck in combating the infection. Help him and you will have helped us all.
I'll do my best. Okay. Marcus stopped sighing.
If there's nothing else, my migraine needs tending to, amongst other things.
The Chamberlain gestures to the piles of papers surrounding him. I have some questions. Screw your migraine. Any idea who the madmen who attacked Horin are?
From what I hear, these men were bands of local fishermen and sailors. But why would they do something like this? Horin was their home, and for all his shortcomings, there were few imperial officials as lenient as the governor.
Where is he now?
I didn't see him as we made our strategic retreat. I can only assume he died in the chaos. And the cruelest joke of all, that leaves me the ranking imperial official on the island.
Some questions? Is there no way of getting into Horin?
I'd say no. Ibn, the ranger, is keeping the city under watch, and he reports that the reavers have sealed its gates. We found no other way of entering it. Though what you expect to find in there save a gruesome death is beyond me.
Maybe we can crawl in through some cave again. What do you intend to do then? Sit here and wait for death?
Certainly not. But with the state of the camp is in, it's all we can do to keep death from our throats. If we are ever to hold out until reinforcements arrive, much less to take the town, then we must do what we can to gather our strength. For now, that means food and medicine.
Okay, let's be on the way then. You know, I wonder if the rest of the world is also just like disintegrating right now. Okay. Like, we think this is just this island being crappy, but like maybe everyone's going crazy. Considering, you know, the very stars seem to be looking at us. And approaching, apparently. Okay. I don't think this world has much left. A man with leather-like skin covered in sailor's tattoos approaches you. Your greetings, my lord. Name's Donovan. Dono for short, and I'm here looking for someone locked like you. For what? Well, begging your pardon, but you look less covered in shit than the rest of this lot and able to carry a blade, my lord. I serve on the vessel, Weather Maiden, and I'm here on the orders of my first mate, Zrara. I'll see what I can do. Better you talk to her yourself. We're holed up in the large CK Wessa here while the Maiden is undergoing repairs. Ishara will be waiting for you there. Here, I'll show you on your map. Dono indicates position 66 by 92 on your map of the Outer Isles. Okay. I must ask you to not delay. Dono offers a clumsy bow before making his way out of camp, heading northwest. 66 by 91. Okay, The poor gravedigger looks up at you. He's like, oh. You approach a haggard-looking man wearing a threadbare cook's apron.
I don't know what you heard, but there's no food here for you or anyone.
He growls.
Complain to the Chamberlain if you want, just leave me alone.
The Chamberlain said you needed help. The cook's eyes meet yours for the first time.
Honestly, the situation is beyond dire. People are starving by the day and we have no supplies. The old, the sick, the young, they all be dying off at this rate.
Got any ideas?
Well, none of us have the strength or courage left to venture outside of the camp for to hunt and forage.
The cook looks up and down.
But you look capable enough. You could go beyond the walls and look for something more substantial. These people can't live on vegetable broth alone. They need meat and fat, especially if there's fighting to be had.
Where should I look?
I do indeed have an idea. Franco leans in. Old Jakub owns this farm. It might not seem like much to a mainlander, but here on Hydra, this farm here is large enough. You see, Jakub and his family had a large flock of goats when the calamity started. Right over there in the enclosure behind us.
Go on.
Now, the old man told the chamberlain that the beasts bolted when the calamity started. That it drove them all insane and that they scattered into the hills. Well, they may be rightly so, but I have my suspicions. You're saying he hid them? Look, I can't say I blame the man. Us refugees have made a mess of this farm. And if we find hands on those animals, we'll surely fall upon them like locusts. It would ruin him, and truly it would be a shame if the man lost his livelihood. But better that than having to see children starve.
Simply eat the children.
Now you best get going. I see people have started eyeing the rats.
Rats. Rats. These are the rats. The woman looks tired and sad as she wanders around farmhouse aimlessly. My poor boy, she mutters under her breath. What's wrong with your boy? Poor Aiden, stuck inside in the rain and fog. Jakub won't let him come home, and as long as... No one looks at you apprehensively for a bit. Not as long as these people are on our land. Aiden has kept the goats safe up here in the hidden I could go check on him? She wipes a tear of relief. Thank you so much. Go to the old goat enclosure east of our house and find a hole in the fence to the north. If you look carefully, you find some tracks. Follow them and they should take you right to the glen. And please don't tell Jakub I've talked to you. He only cares for the animals and he has a horrible temper. I'll see what I can do.
Hey, Jakub!
What do you want? Ask some questions. The man's eyes narrow and can see his jaw muscles tensing. About your animals. What happened to them? Dead! They must be. Ran off into the forest when the sky fell, and nothing survives in that emperor's forsaken place for long. Are you lying to me? The old man shifts uncomfortably. He looks down at his feet and sighs. I know it ain't right, but we borrowed hard from the Freelanders Guild to build this farm, and my goats, they're all I have left. If I lose them too, I'm done for. Me, my wife, and son, endangerment for the lot of us. Where are the animals now? Fuck you and fuck this rotten pack of beggars and thieves. I'll die before I tell you. That can be arranged. The old man's eyes seem to go black with rage. You think you can threaten me? Get out of my sight before I plant my axe in your skull. You don't have no doubt he means it. I'm gonna kill you, dude. You're happy I'm not named Henry. The gray-bearded cleric is thoughtfully wiping blood off his hand as you approach him.
Forgive me, I didn't see you there. Are you sick? Fever? Stomach pains? Bloody stool?
I don't think so. Should I be worried? The man examines your eyes and looks in your mouth.
No, you do in fact seem fine. Sadly, many are not so lucky.
Is it as bad as we suspected? Drina asks. Drow leans in and his voice drops to a whisper.
I fear it is worse. Some sort of infection is spreading and so far I've been unable to cure it with neither spell nor concoction. I am in fact at my wit's end.
Have you tried keeping your wits about you? A note of desperation creeps into the old man's voice. Anything I can do to help?
If I can't find the cure, this outbreak may be the death of us all. I wouldn't know where to start. That is...
The old man furrows his brow. What?
A woman, Hannah, came to me with her boy, struck down by the outbreak. She appeared a simple girl, and when she pleaded with me to look for a folk remedy, I chided her for it, called her foolish. Surely imperial medicine would prevail. Perhaps I was the fool. I wish now I had listened to her. She left camp, but I think she'll be found in the cottage south of here. I beg you seek her out on my behalf and hear what she has to say.
Okay. Have anything to trade?
I do have a small surplus of supplies, yes. Also, if you're greatly wounded or suffering from disease and the like, I can assist you.
Instill courage. Mark of heroism. Can we steal one of these? What's gonna happen? Serpents of grace. Six or above. Suspicion increased by 1. Don't worry about it. Female human hospitaller. Learn. Get him.
Blessing of the dead upon you.
I have other questions. About the outbreak. I need to get going. Leave.
Oh, you do.
Aye. A tired-looking young woman is rocking back and forth, cradling a sick-looking child in her arms. The child whimpers in pain as the mother tries desperately to soothe him. Are you Hannah? The woman peers up at you, her eyes wide and desperate. What's it to you? That old arse sent you? Well, it don't matter now. My Alan's sick. He needs medicine. Medicine? Yes, only... Oh, if only I could visit Mother Katak. The woman says she might be able to help my Alan, but that Emperor knows if the woman's even still alive. Who is Mother Katak? An old woman who is providing us with remedies for as long as I can remember. She lives in the forest deep in the island's interior, but they say it's not safe to stray from the camp, and I couldn't leave my boy in any case. But you could go. If you tell her Anna sent you, she'll know just what you need to cure Alan's. Let's see what... Drina, can you help this child? Drina touches the child's hand and forehead and examines the child's mouth. The infection is beyond me, she says in a low voice. Trial was right. If this Mother Katak does indeed have a cure, we'll do it well in paying her a visit. We'll see what we can do. The mother clasps your hands. The golden dead bless you. I suppose the clerics will want the medicine for the camp, but I beg a dose of you. Bring a dose to me, Alan, first. Please, I don't think he has long left. Okay. Well, you see, the way it works is that if he's dying, he's probably dead already. But I'm sorry, lady, you're gonna have to wait until next week. For I'm... tired. And ready to party! Yeah! Okay, so this is a productive day. We finished the grime. We took 3 hours, even though we really needed to take 1 hour, because nothing we explored actually came out to be anything at all, really. But we finished it. We beat it. Okay, even though we never found how to get through those evil doors. But... you know, maybe they're just a New Game Plus kind of thing, I suppose. That's very possible. What can I say? Maybe okay. Okay, yeah, that's about it, really. Maybe I'll play a New Game Plus of Grime or something at some point, but not on stream for sure. Not on stream. Yeah, and SKALD is really fun. It's a really fun game. And it's got the really cool vibes and atmosphere and everything. It's cool. It's awesome. It's radical, dude. And very delightfully retro-tastical.
We should go say hi.
It was Kixie, maybe she's streaming. I'm sleepy, so I might just... Yeah. Let's send... Let's send it. Yes. Douche. And tomorrow I'll come back with what? Tyranny and Shadow Gambit. Very, very top-down heavy kind of game lately. I'll play a bit of that, but I'll play a little of the other one. We're gonna be doing things. Yeah. I got nothing else to say. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Ka-chaka-chaka.